Are live. It's been a while, but my name is Joseph, aka Coach JB, certified personal trainer and online fitness coach. Today we're going to talk about what it took for me to get a super lean body. All right, so I'm going to give everyone a chance to get here before I get started. If you're watching the replay, go ahead, comment hashtag replay. Boom, 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 boom. I invite a few people, and then we'll get this party started. What up? What up? Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Do me a favor, hit that like button and tag a friend below in this video. I'm going to invite a few people and we'll get started shortly. Again, this video is going to be about what it took for me to get a super lean body. Sacrifices. I'll tell you right off top, sacrifices. What up, Annette? What up, Marie? All right, so it's been a little minute since I've been live. For those of you who may or may not know, life kind of threw us a curveball last month, actually a month ago yesterday. But my dad had a stroke, so I had to go back home to Tennessee. I was there for half a month with him. But the good news is he's doing much better. Thank you, Lord. But he's doing much better. Still has a little ways to go as far as therapy is concerned, but doing much better for those of you who may be concerned. And I appreciate all of you who've reached out and kept, me and my family in your thoughts and your prayers. Appreciate you for that. What up, Marie? What up? What up, Stephanie? I see you. Again, this video is going to be about what it took for me to get a super lean body. If you're tuned in, do me a favor and comment hashtag I'm here. Hit that like button, tag a friend below, and let's get into this video. All right. So super lean body. Again, I'm a certified personal trainer and online fitness coach. I've had several transformations myself. What got me motivated to take my physique to the next level was so that I could become more marketable in the fitness industry and the personal training and online space. All right. So the first thing I had to do, I appreciate you, Stephanie. See you, Sharon. Karen, what up? The first thing I had to do was get my mind right. All right. I'm sure some of you have seen my post where I mentioned transformation starts in the mind first. The first thing I needed to know was what I wanted and why I wanted it. All right. So what that is your goal and the purpose, your goal and your why. Why is this goal that you want important to you? Because if you don't know why it's important to you, you're going to quit when it gets hard, you'll quit. So you need to know what that purpose is, that deep desire within that's making you or motivating you to go and pursue this goal. You need to know what that is. All right. So I wanted to take my body to the next level and get lean so that I could be more marketable as a personal trainer online. And more importantly, I wanted to do it for myself. I wanted to walk around under 9% body fat. And this is just a goal that I've always had growing up. Seeing wrestlers, seeing athletes. I was a fan of sports, wrestling. All these guys have phenomenal physiques. All right. So after I knew what I wanted and why I wanted what I wanted, the next thing I needed to do was make the mental decision that I was ready to do whatever it took to get the results that I was after. All right. So that means making sacrifices. That means giving up things. That means doing a little bit more, putting in more effort. All right. After mentally making that decision, the next thing I needed to do was find an expert who could successfully guide me to my goal. All right. I already had someone in mind already, and his name was Dwayne, aka Coach D. Shout out to Coach D, Team Diesel in Nashville, Tennessee. I chose him because I had seen what he did with another guy named Chris, who was also a trainer at the time like me. So the decision for me to hire Dwayne or to invest into myself, was a no-brainer for me because I wanted the results that Chris got, and Chris got those results by being coached by Dwayne. All right, so now that I had my expert selected, the next step would be for me to contact him and tell him about my goals. All right, I did that, and after that, we agreed to the terms, and I made the investment. I see you, Carol Lee. What up? Appreciate you all for tuning in. Pamela, the Don, Claire. What up? Cinda, Angela, Michelle. All right. This is the part that several people have trouble with, making the investment. All right. Look at it this way. If someone is spending their time to help you, they're spending their time Time is one of the second most valuable asset, because once it's spent, you can't get it back. Health is one. Health is number one. If someone is spending their time to help you accomplish your goals, they deserve to be compensated for that. Otherwise, you just go on Google and come up with your own plan. All right. So instead of thinking of cost, because people reach out to me with different little things like, hey, I want help, but if it's going to cost me something, then never mind. And I'm like, I get it. You know, I had that mindset too at one point, but you have to think investment, because you're investing into your health. Again, that's your most valuable asset. Your most valuable asset. I just mentioned in the beginning of this video that my dad had a stroke. And when he had the stroke at first, he was in critical condition, meaning he couldn't do anything. He was on a ventilator, different things like that, right? So if that happens to you, at that point that happens, nothing else that you care about matters. Nothing else that you care about doing, care about seeing, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that you get better, or that you can get better, all right? So you're making an investment into your health. You're making an investment into yourself, all right? So for me, it was an investment of money, time, effort, and commitment. As I mentioned earlier, I made a decision in my mind that I was willing to do whatever it took for me to get to my goal. That being said, I had to make quite a few sacrifices. No more partying, which I love to do at this particular part in time. No more eating freely, which I also really love to do. I have a sweet tooth. Otherwise, why am I investing my money and time into this process, right? This is part of the process. I had to give up these things in order for me to get what I wanted. In order for me to get, I had to give. All right. That's another way to look at it. All right. Once I received my plan, I had to change several of my habits. Waking up earlier to make time to do everything that I needed to do, eating more meals per day, drinking more water per day, nutrient timing, doing more cardio than I was accustomed to, cutting out alcohol, cutting out cheat meals, completing my workouts, sending my coach photos multiple times a week, showing up to physical check-ins every week, plus making sure I did all of this every week while also training my own personal training clients in person and online. At the time, I was also teaching strength classes at Hotbox Fitness. Shout out to Hotbox Fitness. I was teaching classes for Torch Fitness. Shout out to Torch Fitness, and also running the sales and marketing side of my business. So had to fit in all this stuff. So people say I don't have time, whatever. When people tell me they didn't have time to do what they were supposed to do, I'm literally thinking to myself, like, it's cap, because I did all this while working my ass off, right? Most people have jobs, and the truth is no one cares about why you didn't do what you were supposed to do except you. So it goes back to your purpose, your why. How bad do you really want it? All right. For me, I wanted it really bad, so I made it happen by doing everything my coach told me to do. I asked questions about my plan when I didn't understand something, or if something in the plan wasn't working for me. I brought it up to his attention. And by me doing all those things, showing up for myself and consistently following the plan, I got the results that I wanted. Another thing that happened, so that was the first, I competed for 2 years. In the beginning, it was just about getting that end result, which was that physique that I wanted, so that I could become more marketable in the fitness industry, and so that I could have that physique to walk around with, right? But I'm competitive, so I didn't place my first show, and I didn't place, and I was like, you know what, I can do better. Even though I did really well, got the result I wanted, I can do better. I can be competitive in this sport. So talked to my coach about it. I was like, hey, I want to go again. So I continued to do competing, and I remember it got to the point around the 2-year mark. I was really serious. I was really tapped in to the process and getting the results that I wanted. I wanted it so bad. I wanted to go pro at one point. And during this process, I remember this was 2016, the spring of 2016, and 3 of my really good friends had weddings during my competition prep. So those of you who have been in weddings or who have attended many weddings, you're familiar with, what takes place at weddings, especially if you're in the wedding. So my 3 good friends, I was in their wedding. I was one of the groomsmen in each of those 3 weddings. These weddings were in the same month, or within 4 weeks. So end of April all the way through May. All right. So there would be one show. There would be one wedding, and then a week after that wedding, there would be my first show. So anyways, I'm saying all that to say this. I remember showing up to the wedding. but I had a game plan because my goals were bigger than everything else. I knew what I wanted. I knew why I wanted what I wanted. And I remember I had to make sacrifices such as not drinking at the wedding. And several people were like, you can't just have one shot. You can't just have one beer. I'm like, I can't do it. Like, my goals are more important to me than just having fun for this one little moment. I'm here, like physically I'm here, mentally I'm here. Like, I'm here, I'm celebrating, but I just can't put certain things in my body. And some understood, some didn't. I had to do this for 3 different weddings as I was in my prep. And I mentioned there was a show 1 week after that first wedding. I won that show. And I think I won that show because I had the discipline to stay on track, even though it was a wedding, right? So sometimes that's what it takes. Is saying all that to say this is, if you really want your goals bad enough, you're going to have to be willing to do whatever it takes in order to accomplish those goals. That's going to mean you making sacrifices. That's going to mean you putting in more effort. That's going to mean you not giving up when you don't see the result you want to see right away or overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. It's being consistent with doing the right thing over and over and over. If you reach a point to where you hit a plateau, that doesn't mean to quit. That doesn't mean that it's not working. That means you need to make an adjustment. You make that adjustment and then you keep busting ass. That's all it is to it. All right. So the moral of this story is, don't be mad about the results you didn't get because of the work that you didn't do. You have to put in the work. In order to get, you have to give. That's the law of the universe. I didn't make it up. That's just it. It is what it is. What up, Lan? I see you. What up, Debbie? What up, Maria? Sharon, what up? Tiffany, Angie, Sashka, Carlene, Bill, Renee, Christy, Kiva, Laurie, Susan, Priscilla, Anne Marie, Styles, what up? Manuel, Melinda, Tina, Lee, Carol. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Do me a favor. Let me know your biggest takeaway. Thank you, Renee. Let me know your biggest takeaway from today's live. Put it in the comments. Whatever it is, something I stood out, was like, it motivated you or it moved you or, it sparked you in some kind of way. Let me know what that is in the comments. I appreciate you all. Looking forward to doing these lives more often, at least 1 or 2 a week. For the public, and then the rest of them will be live trainings for my actual clients. So still will be giving away, some freebies for you, some free tips, some mindset stuff, some stuff that'll help you lose your first 5 pounds maybe, and things like that, and things that help you help other people become healthier. You'll still get those from these lives, but the goodies will be for my clients and the group, the private Facebook group that we have. All right. So again, I appreciate you all. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you do have those goals, I say this a lot, but your time is now, because your time, once it's spent, you can't get it back. So your time to be 1% better and work on yourself and work on your goals and get back in the game or get back in the fight or get back up if you got knocked down. Your time is right now. All right. As always, peace and love over on this side. If any of you out there are watching and you need help with your fat loss goals, reach out to me and I'll see if I can help. All right. That's all I got. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm out. Let's go.